global stocks and crude oil slipped on Friday even after the U.S. employment report for October surpassed expectations, as investors looked beyond next week's presidential election to the looming fiscal cliff. The dollar climbed to a more than 6-month peak against the yen and a 3-week high versus the euro after U.S. employers stepped up hiring and the unemployment rate tipped higher as more workers renewed job hunts, a hopeful sign for the economy. But other data highlighted a mixed picture. Demand for U.S. factory goods rose in September by the most in over a year. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. But a gauge of business investment plans showed lackluster momentum in the recovery despite a slight upward revision. The jobs report itself was good but just not good enough, especially after the pre-rally we had yesterday, said Todd Schoenberger, managing principal at the Blackville Group in New York, referring to the 1.1% surge in the broad-based S&P 500 index on Thursday, its best gain since September 13. The employment data was the last major report card on the U.S. economy before Tuesday's presidential election. Polls show President Obama and Republican Mitt Romney locked. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. In a dead heat in a race that may hinge on the nation's feeble jobs market. With the election next week and the outcome of that still so uncertain, some modest downward pressure is to be expected for the rest of the day, Schoenberger said. Much of Thursday's rally was rooted in the belief that significant East Coast storm damage will force capital spending, rebuilding and help boost employment far more quickly than was thought a week ago, Andrew Wilkinson, chief economic strategist at Miller Tab & Co., told clients. But thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Wilkinson said the so-called fiscal cliff, when higher tax rates and cuts in government spending are scheduled to kick in early next year if Congress fails to act, has made investors reluctant to buy further into the equity rally. The Dow Jones Industrial Average (DJI) was down 27.20 points, or 0.21%, at 13,205.42. The Standard & Poor's 500 Index (SPX) was down 1.06 points, or 0.07%, at 1,426.53. The Nasdaq Composite Index (IXIC) was down 6.35 points, or 0.21%, at 3,013.71. In Europe, the FTSE 300 Index of top. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. European shares. FTSE3 closed up the provisional 0.35% at 1,113.85. The MSCI All Country Equity Index of World Shares (MIWB 00000 plus) slipped 0.04% to 331.68. Oil fell as weak European data reinforced a gloomy picture for the demand outlook. Eurozone manufacturing shrank for the 15th month running in October as output and new orders fell, the survey showed. Weak growth, high prices and better vehicle fuel efficiency pushed down fuel consumption in most of Western Europe over the summer, official statistics showed. Also, the auto market in. Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. Western European maintained a sharp descent toward levels last seen nearly 20 years ago as consumers worried about unemployment and Eurozone austerity affected car dealerships in October. Brent crude for December fell $1.75 to $106.42 a barrel, while U.S. crude for December was down $1.86 at $85.23. The U.S. dollar index (DXY) was up 0.65% at 80.567, and the euro was down 0.80% at $1.2838. The benchmark 10-year U.S. Treasury note was down 1/32 in price to yield 1.7313%.